people that I interview, they've been often been caught and sent back to North Korea. They went through different type of treatments, and what I saw, what I heard, from them, it's just a horror story after one after other. So for me, what happened was they knew that I was going home sometime. I guess I was there as a political bargaining chip rather than someone paying for my own crime. So the same prosecutor wanted to sentence me life in prison, and then ended up getting a 15 years of hard labor sentence. The same guy said, 15 years, and then after 2 weeks after I was detained, I was sent to labor camp. He came back to me and said, "How come your government is not working fast enough to get you home?" So it was more like more type of a show. But meanwhile, I was supposed to suffer in prison. But I guess they didn't realize I was gonna there for 2 years either in the beginning. They thought that I probably can go home just like everybody else, which longest was held was for about four months or 5 months before. And then I ended up staying for 735 days. So I think, so in terms of human rights violation, they wanted to make sure that that my human rights is not violated. So they decided to have me, my Bible with me, so those kind of thing was there because I was on good term with them. But I realized that there are other prisoners who went to same prison after me. They, even though they request for the Bible for a whole year, they didn't give to me, just because they didn't like it. They didn't like the person they're coming in. And so after a year later, they were able to provide for a Bible and so on. So therefore, it wasn't everybody got the same treatment. And then you can see you heard about the Otto Warmbier.
Yes.
This he was an American University of Virginia student. He was 21-year-old, went to North Korea as a tourist. But they sentenced him to 15 years hard labor, just like me. They sent him to the same prison. But apparently something happened there, and I think he was tortured and he died. So it wasn't like just because I was American, I was exempt from torture and human rights abuse. But I think it was a part of God's grace for me to be able to come back. And then because there's missions still need to be accomplished. But so I do believe that, but one thing that I can say for sure is which country in the world nowadays in 21st century, just because you're believing in God and you just want to worship, we're not forcing anybody to worship. We're not forcing anybody to become Christian, nothing like that. Just because we're there bringing people, we wanted to worship inside of North Korea. We wanted to love the people as Christ loved us. They thought that we are committing a crime because we are Christians. So therefore, by itself, this is a human rights violation. Freedom of religion. It simply was, ignored, and then I was actually charged for the crime. So at the trial that they asked me, if do you have anything to say? There was like last word, and I told them, simply I'm here at the trial because of my faith in my religion, because North Korean constitution guaranteed the freedom of religion supposedly. But apparently I'm there because I've done more things than just believe in God. That's what they said. And then so I told them that if I'm being charged because of my religion, then what will happen when two Korea is unified? And North always want to unify with the South Korean people. I said, did you know that there's 10 million Christians living in South Korea? More than 50,000 churches there. What are you gonna do with all those Christians? And there are about 10 million Buddhists there also. And there are half of people in South Korea have some sort of religion. And I said that, and so I say and then I said this, even the president of North Korea, Kim Il-sung, once said this. And then I was quoting their own, like a Bible, quoting here's the memorial, and they're talking about it. He said this: regardless of their nationality, their culture, and language, if anyone is for a unification of North and South, is for the prosperity of the Korean people, and he said that I'm willing to work with him, no matter who he is, what religion he has. And then that's what I told them. This is what President Kim Il Sung once said, and everybody kind of listened to really, sit up really, and then listen to what Kim Il Sung's word. And then I said, I'm here for reunification of North and South, and I'm for prosperities of Korean people. So instead of punishing me because of my religion, then why don't you just use me as a bridge between North and Korea and the rest of the world, just like I've been doing, bringing people and then praying. And you can tell the world, hey, we're not charging Christians, we're not ignoring, we're not doing this against the human rights issue. So we can, right. And I was telling that this is what you can tell the world, that yes, we do have a freedom of religion. And then I guess they were shocked that I was actually saying those words. But right. At the end, the prosecutor came to me and said, yeah, I think they're gonna do a special treatment for you. I think it's gonna be great. And then I still got 15 years. I still went to prison. I got a special treatment by going to prison, but I think this is something that I wanted to let them know that, I mean, if you're gonna charge me with a crime just because I brought people to pray, what will happen to 10 million people? We're gonna be united once, in the future, unless you don't. And how are we gonna live together if we're thinking about difference? If you're not able to tolerate the differences of the people, how people live. Yeah.
I mean, that's in theory. Somehow North Korea wants a reunification, but they want a way that entire Korea worships Kims. They never want that's their goal. But I think so until the Oros incident, right, I was too, whenever people from America, other countries get detained in North Korea, I always thought, they're gonna get out. And then after the Oros case, it became very clear that what the regime is capable of. And do you think was that actually a good thing or a bad thing? Because there were some times they were saying, yeah, you're not fully American, you're not white, you're Asian, Korean. Therefore, your government is not doing their best to come get you, right? They were really trying to play that psychology game with you. But also, as you said, they really liked it. They gave you a Bible. The fact that you are Korean American, was that, a good thing, or you think that was a bad thing to them?
Well, that's what they said. Just because you're not really American, I said, what do you mean by that? I said, you're not, you mean like you're not really white American. I say, there are other people who are not, Caucasian Americans that came to North Korea, and and the president, of the United States, ex-presidents that came to get them home too. Several times. So it's not the case like that.